Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to another episode of Rappler Live Jam. I'm Wyatt Ong from Rappler Entertainment and tonight I'm really pleased to be welcoming Christine Allado, our guest for tonight's Live Jam. Welcome Christine, how are you?
Hi, thank you. I'm really good. Thanks for having me
Thank you so
tonight.
much for coming over. Christine is actually really busy because she has a ton of things in her lineup of things to do this year. Among them, very recently we just found that Christine is going to be in West End's Hamilton
Yay.
as Peggy Schuyler. Congratulations!
Thank you.
Oh my God! And of course, Rachel Ango is also going to be in. So double Filipino pride for
Yes, she's going to
this
be my
run.
sister. Hey,
Um,
sis.
Congratulations, Christine. I'm so excited for you. Actually, everybody was super excited for you when we found out. Hamilton is having a cultural moment. There's no sign of it slowing down. And it's so great that Filipinos also get to be part of it this time around.
I know, I didn't really expect the amount of support, like the Filipino pride. It was quite immense, and I'm just really excited to be representing our generation of Filipino talent on the international stage. I feel really honored, really privileged to like represent us and in like the biggest show at the moment. It's kind of surreal. And
It must feel surreal. Actually, Christina and I were just talking earlier that you made the big move to Hong Kong at just 18 years old to pursue your dreams. It's right out of. Sometimes, do you feel like it's like right out of a movie?
I should probably be
sometimes?
sitting down, shouldn't I? First of all, I
Feel
don't know why I'm
free.
standing. Okay, I'll sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was studying business administration in UP.
Right.
My whole family's like, UP, go UP. And yeah, I was taking BA, and
Right.
I was a studious student. Straight A's or straight 90s, whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah, and then I got this opportunity to work for Disney, which was amazing. It was my first job working at the happiest place on earth. It was amazing. Um,
What were you
yeah.
doing with Disney at the time?
I was in Hong Kong Disneyland, so I
Right,
was
right.
doing the Golden Mickeys, and I did the High School Musical show when that was having a moment, because that
Right.
was a big phenomenon as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was doing that, and then while I was in Hong Kong, well, I was in Singapore, and for my birthday, my mom took me to see The Lion King. It's the first, I think, big show I've ever seen, and then literally I was like, I really want to do that. And then I think the next day, I researched like crazy. I applied to 7 schools, and then I booked a trip to London for 6 days, and I applied to, no, it's the other way around. I booked a trip for 7 days,
Right.
and I applied for 6 schools in 7 days, and then got accepted, and then moved to London from there.
It's
Yeah.
been a whirlwind from there, right? And actually, this is the second Lin-Manuel Miranda musical that you will be in because you were
Yeah.
also in The Heights.
Yeah, that was actually my first lead in the West
Right.
End. Yeah, I remember when I got that, I was so happy. The director,
Right.
Luke Shepard, he's amazing, and I love that show. I have nothing but love for that show. Yeah.
So tell us what that Hamilton audition was like. I love hearing about audition stories because when you watch the show on stage, it feels effortless, but you also know that so much work went into that. And just hearing you kind of describe your audition process, I mean, it must have been grueling. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, every audition is blood, sweat, and tears, and we work really hard for it. When it comes, I remember they sent me the material. I think it was in June. They sent me
Last
material
year.
last
Right,
year,
right.
yeah, June last year. And then my agent was like, "Do really well with this. Work really hard on this." And I love him. Hey, Stuart, if you're watching, love you. And yeah, they gave me the material actually to learn for Eliza initially. And then I learned it. I got it into my bones, and I was like, "Oh, got it. I got this." And then I did the audition in July, and then I didn't hear for ages. And I think one day they sent me the material for Peggy, Mariah, and then they sent me the material for Angelica one day, and it was like my audition was the next day. So I had to learn all of the raps and the
In a
songs
day.
in a day.
Yeah.
Great raps. And I've never rapped before in my life, but I mean, I love it. It's so cool. And yeah, it wasn't that many.
How long did you have to wait before you heard back?
Long time. It
Long
was like
time.
6 months probably
my
in total, but it
gosh.
was worth it. It was worth it in the end. It was hard. They didn't actually see us that many times. I was in for maybe 5 times in total. Yeah, but every single time, I mean, the panel, the team, they're so lovely. I don't think I've ever met such amazing, lovely, down-to-earth, cool people. They're such cool people, and I really can't wait to work with them. they'd make you feel so at ease and just be like, speak to you as a human being, as a person, and try to get to know you, rather than just like a panel and, like I need
sing on.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's more like,
Yeah.
what's up? Are you okay? I'm like, wow, you're talking to me. Okay, it's cool. They're such a nice group of people.
So what's the timeline going to be like for you when it comes to Hamilton? Because it's going to it's going to open in November in the West End. So between now and then, are you flying back soon for rehearsals and things like that?
Yeah, I remember when I got the call, I was like, cool, when do we start? And it was in September. I was like, right, I've got 9 months. What am I going to do for 9 months? And I wasn't quite sure what to do. But actually, things have been cropping up, and I've got some stuff in the pipeline that I can announce soon. And it's, I will soon keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
And
we don't want to get you into trouble.
No, please
Okay,
don't.
good.
Yeah, but I'm doing a few shows here.
Yes, you have one upcoming in March.
I've got an upcoming one on March the 4th. It's funny because it was just going to be like, we were just going to, should we do something? Should we sing in, I don't know, a restaurant, invite some friends, like as a celebration? Then it's kind of grown. Oh no, let's get a theater. Oh no, let's get a director. Let's get lights. And suddenly it's like a full blown, it's a concert and we've sold out the theater. So
congratulations.
Yeah.
It's going to be at the BGC Arts Center in March.
Maybank Theater.
Maybank 4,
yeah, March the 4th.
March 4, yeah.
We still have a few tickets and balcony too. So
You heard it, guys.
see
Go
you
pick it
there,
up.
hopefully, if I sing well today.
Yeah. We heard her in
I don't know.
rehearsal. She was amazing.
I'm a bit nervous.
Okay.
Sorry. Hi.
So, well, thank you for queuing me up. So we'll start with our first number. Tell me about this number. Tell me about your memories with this number. You have a lot of them on stage. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is a song from In the Heights.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a song of Vanessa. Wepa, Vanessa. I sang it actually at the Royal Albert Hall, which was ridiculously. That was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
Like, I don't know.
It's an iconic
I know.
kind of place to perform.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
I know, but for some reason I'm more nervous now than I was then. It's just weird. I think
No.
it's because I haven't sang it in so long.
Well, it
So
won't be
forgive
long
me
now
if it's,
until your number, and the song is also called It Won't Be
Smooth.
Long Now.
So
Very smooth.
Really good.
I'm hosting Permit Me My Bad Jokes. So
I'm gonna get up now.
this is It Won't Be Long Now from In the Heights.
The elevated train by my window doesn't faze me anymore. The rattling screams don't disrupt my dreams. It's a lullaby in its way. The elevated train drives everyone insane, but I don't mind, oh no. When I bring back boys, they can't tolerate the noise, but that's okay, 'cause I never let them stay. One day, I'm hopping on that elevated train and I'm riding away. Yeah. It won't be long now. The boys around the way holler at me when I'm walking down the street. They're not cheesy or polite, doesn't break my stride. It's a compliment, so they say. The boys around the way holler at me every day, but I don't mind, oh no. When I'm in the mood, it will not be with some dude who is whistling 'cause he has nothing to say, or who's honking at me from his Chevrolet. One day, I'm hopping on a limousine and I'm driving away. It won't be long now. The neighborhood salon is the place I am working for the moment. As I cut their hair, ladies talk and share every day who's doing who and why. The neighborhood salon doesn't pay me what I wanna be making, but I don't mind. As I sweep the curb, I can hear those turbo engines blazing a trail through the sky. I look up and think about the years gone by, and one day I'm I'm walking to JFK, and I'm gonna fly. It won't be long now. Any day.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you guys. If you're just joining us now, we're with Christina Allado for tonight's live jam, and she just finished her first song, It Won't Be Long Now. So that was like a really classic feel of an I want.
Oh, good job. You know your stuff, don't
Oh,
you?
thank
Nice.
you. But it is, and we all know that Lin-Manuel can write a mean, like, I want song. And
You know why?
really
It's
feel
because
it. Yeah.
I read somewhere before, like they were saying that Usnavi is based on him, but I think he was saying, oh no, that actually his character is Nina, that's him, that's who he's based, like it's based on him, because it's always about longing and wanting to do better, and you can tell by the way he writes, and he's a lot like Alexander as well, where he wrote his way out of his circumstances.
Absolutely.
He wanted to perform, and there was no material that was kind of speaking to him. So he created it himself, and look where he's now. It's crazy.
He's a rock star.
I know, he's a rock
Absolutely.
star. Can't
And
wait to
you
meet.
said that you haven't met him yet, right?
Yet being the operative word. I
Very
can't
soon.
wait.
Okay, we can't wait to
Yeah.
for the moment. Please make sure to document that
I will.
on
Selfies.
social media. And you, trivia, you are actually wearing your Hamilton audition outfit.
I know. I mean, my mom was like, you should wear a dress or something. But I was like, well, this is what I wore to my finals when I got the job. I know that's a bit geeky and nerdy, and also I just like it. It's from Topshop, and yeah, this is what I wore in front of the panel, in front of like Sir Cameron Mackintosh and the director, and
It really must have just felt so incredibly nerve-wracking.
Really
that You
nerve-wracking.
feel like you're on the edge
Yeah.
of like something huge.
I was probably the annoying one because I kept practicing in the toilet in the CR. I was probably annoying, but I was so nervous, and I was just like, I really wanted to get that note because it's such a difficult note, and yeah.
It must be really, I guess, it's part of life when you're in theater to not get that part that you want so much. Really, kaya nga I want. You really, really want it. But it must still, break your heart when
It's
that happens.
I said to like a friend before that, a boy has never actually broken my heart, but I think nothing has broken
get
my heart
that,
more
yeah.
than just rejection in the industry, because it is my life, it's my soul, and it's I love it and I breathe it, and there's nothing else I can do but that.
Do you think that over time, the sting will wear off? Or is that something that you think will always stay with you?
I don't think so, because if you want something,
It has to hurt when you lose it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then it makes getting it and making it and doing something when you get it all the more special. You need to things that come easy, that they don't really have meaning for you, but this has come like, oh my gosh, finally, and I don't take it for granted at all, and it takes a lot of
No.
hard work and the stars aligning, but I'm really glad that I
Congratulations.
Thank
We are
you.
all really, really,
Thank
really
you.
proud of you and Rachel Ann, and
Yay.
they're gonna be great, you guys.
Yay, sister.
So I'm also excited to talk about, well, your next number is quite interesting. It's If I Ain't Got You. It's an Alicia Keys cover. But we were talking about this earlier, that there is something that you also kind of want to work on, which is kind of bridging this gap between musical theater and pop music. And how do you think that you would like to attack that? Or how would you think you would want to approach that in the years to come?
Wow, that's a big question. Attack that, yeah. Well, I want to work on music. I want to make music. I've got a few months to do it, and I think it's possible, completely possible. And because growing up, I've always been interested in all music, really. I grew up singing classical, opera, sort of. But then I fell in love with musical theater. But then it was cool to be a pop singer. But then, I don't know, and I think that's why the voice I have is kind of like a mix of all of that. I don't know if that sounds pompous, sorry. But and I just want to work on music that kind of is like a mix of all of those and all of the exciting things about musical theater, the drama of musical theater, but like the coolness and like the hook of pop music and R&B and hip hop. But also like the quality of classical, not necessarily, but some qualities of classical music that is pleasing to listen to. So that's kind of what I want to work on.
Yeah, and this is the thing with Christine. People know her through her work on stage, but actually you were also on TV. You were on Britain's Got Talent season 10 with a girl group.
That was last year, wasn't it? I think so.
Yeah. So
yes. Yes.
So that must have been. I was telling her that when I watch these shows, I get very stressed because it feels stressful for the participants. So I have actually never spoken face to face with somebody who's been there.
Survived.
Yeah. So tell me about that. I'm genuinely curious to know.
Okay. Yeah. It was really nerve-wracking. I remember we had to audition quite a few times before we could audition like in front
of the judges.
Yes.
Right. So that's one thing some people don't know because it's not like
It's
you
loads
go
of
right
rounds.
away. Yeah. Producers first, right?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of the showrunners and stuff. It's really nerve-wracking because you never know what they want, but then I think what we had to do is we were just true to ourselves. We were always thinking, oh, if we did this, maybe they'll like that. But actually, just you need to please yourself, and we stuck together. And in theater, it's a lot like that. You only have each other to kind of. Throughout the whole process, it's really grueling, and so was Britain's Got Talent. It was really grueling, and they throw a lot of information at you, and you just need to kind of keep level-headed and kind of know what you offer and know your identity. And I think we did that as a girl group. And my Zyra girls, hi in the UK, miss you guys.
So they're still there right now, and you're just visiting, and then you're going to be back soon for.
Yeah, I was gonna stay here for like a few weeks. I was actually just gonna go on holiday. I booked a trip to Boracay, but then suddenly, work started to crop up, and then I got another show and another. I mean, it's great, blessings, woo, blessings. And so I'm extending a little bit more to stay and hopefully, sing around places.
And thankfully, you're here.
Yeah,
for
I'm
your
so
own
glad.
episode of Rappler Live Jam. I'm really super excited. I love talking to Christine about musical theater and her new projects. And right now, we're going to do her second song, which is "If I Ain't Got You" by Alicia Keys.
Yeah, it's my
Take it
favorite.
away.
I've been singing it forever. Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power. Yeah, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. And I've been there before, but that life's more so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah, yeah. Some people search for a fountain that promises forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love him. Listen, baby, hand me the world on a silver platter, and what it be? No one to share, no one who truly cares for Said nothing in this whole wide world don't mean a thing if I ain't got you with me, baby.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Thanks,
Pasensya na po.
Christine. If you're just joining us now, we're just finished song number 2 of Christine Allado's 3-song set here tonight for Rappler Live Jam. Okay, so to me, we got a question from social media about
Exciting.
how you are preparing for your Hamilton role. It is a dual role, so it's Peggy Schuyler, but also Maria Reynolds. So that I guess that would be a huge challenge for most people because it's 2 characters. Tell us about how you're prepping for that, or is
Yeah.
it in the early stages yet?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, it is in the early stages, but I've been preparing for it since like the
Oh
audition
right,
period, really.
yeah, June. last
Yeah.
year.
Well, for this one, probably around September last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the director Tommy, he was telling me about, because the character, it's kind of like little vignettes. You get a little vignette of Peggy Schuyler and then a little vignette of Mariah Reynolds, and it's a tiny moment, but you need to get it so correctly. Yeah, because you only have a few seconds to kind of
Right.
establish this character, and you need to show the duality of her.
Right.
And Peggy,
The echoes, so to speak.
yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
And Peggy, in the beginning of the song, the Schuyler sisters, she's kind of the one who's really wary about being there, and while her sisters are so excited to be there. But then you see the turn in the song where she's like, "Oh, actually, this is really cool." And then that's when they become the trio. That's when they become Destiny's Child, essentially. Yeah. Yeah, and then for Mariah Reynolds, it's I have to prepare kind of vocally more than anything, really, and kind of see my teacher and kind of see the best technique to do it, and also listen to the kinds of music that complement it. I've been singing a lot of Whitney Houston recently.
Right. So
Just
it's not just like rehearsing on stage. It's classes, a lot of classes. Do you have to do? Is there a rapping class? Is there?
They
such
should
a
make
thing?
one by now, I think. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Wow.
I wish they had one when I was doing my Angelica audition. Yeah, it is a lot of classes. You never really stop. And when you get an audition, you kind of bring it to a vocal coach, and I've got an amazing vocal coach. And you kind of dissect the song. It's not just about singing it. It's about, you treat it as a monologue and kind of dissect the story and see the character. Where did the character come from? How old is she? How does she live her life? So you dissect it. It's really, really meticulous.
So what would that be the vocal challenge for you for Hamilton? Because I heard you at rehearsal, and you have this incredible range. But I guess
Sometimes.
every project does offer its own kind of unique challenge.
Yeah,
for,
I mean,
for the
prior
artist.
to
Yeah.
I was doing West Side Story. Well, I did like a short bit of West Side Story for the BBC, and that's a completely different vocal technique.
Right.
It's completely different, and for that, yes, I do need my teacher, and I'm like, oh, I need to do this. How do I do this? And yeah, it's just it's a muscle, and everyone has the capacity to use it, and it's amazing the amount of just the vocal technique that's out there now. It's just the same as like training your body, like as an athlete.
Right.
You train your voice to achieve certain sounds, and it's really, really interesting. I'm really a bit nerdy about it, actually, but
It is a technical thing, though.
yeah,
Absolutely.
really, really technical.
Right,
And it
right.
takes exercises to kind of get into a certain headspace, or stuff like that. It's boring, but
So I wanted to talk to you about your recent past projects and appearances as well. So last year, I don't know if you might have seen it on Rappler Entertainment. There was a story about you performing with Andrea Bocelli in his Manila show. I need to know what that was like. That must have been amazing.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was April last year. Crazy. It feels like much longer.
So
yeah.
much has happened, though. You're
mean,
Peggy now.
I know. It's crazy.
And
And,
Mariah,
it's been
yeah.
a crazy year, and it's stuff that I never would have imagined would have
Right,
happened,
right.
and it's happened, and I'm really grateful and really just trying to keep calm about it.
How did
yeah.
that come to be? I mean, how does one even get
Yeah.
to the
Well,
stage?
funny story.
Yeah.
it was actually my YouTube videos. The right
Oh,
people
yeah.
basically saw my YouTube videos. Hi, Tita. One of my titas saw it, and she was kind of producing it. Basically, they were like, I had to send in an audition tape, though, to his people, to his management, and to him. So I sent kind of like a recording of the prayer, Canto de la Terra, and something else. So I just recorded it during a rehearsal. And then a few days later, they were like, yep, you're doing the show. So then I flew here in April and I did it. Well, I flew in April and then he doesn't rehearse really. He doesn't rehearse. Well, he will rehearse, we'll do like a sound check.
Right.
But he doesn't really rehearse with the artist, like the guest
Oh.
artist. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna meet him on stage then. So I was like, sorry, is it okay if I like rehearse with you for a sec? And he was like, yeah, come to the dressing room. His roadie team. They were like rehearsing the dressing room. He has a piano, so we rehearsed it there, and it was like cool. All right, see you on stage. And then I went back to my dressing room, and then my dad, he comes to my dressing room and he says, based on that one rehearsal, he was like, he wants to take you on tour. Those were my dad's words, and I was like, what? First of all, that's the worst thing you can say to me before I go on stage.
Right before,
'cause now
right?
I'm like shaking like a leaf. I mean, yeah, but it was amazing news. And since then, I've done a few shows with him, and
Right.
I really hope to do more.
What is he like in real life? There is that air of mystery to Andrea Bocelli because he has been everywhere really, and the talent is astounding. And sometimes if the talent is that huge and that amazing, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to get to know the real person, I guess.
Yeah, he's like a legend. He's an icon.
Yeah,
I mean, I was
absolutely.
listening to him when I was a kid. He's one of the reasons why I sang classical music. I would duet with him with his CD, basically.
Would he give you
essentially.
like technical advice?
Oh
Would he?
gosh, he not really actually. He's really warm, really
Oh, that's
kind,
sweet.
really supportive. Like, and on stage he's so nice. He will like I'll finish my verse and he'll sing, oh bellissima, that was really beautiful. And I was like, oh my
that's
gosh,
so nice.
thanks. He's really nice. And
Nakakataba ng puso. no,
yeah,
siguro.
exactly. And you can tell that he's being genuine. Like, he doesn't have to say that. It's just he's a really nice guy, and he's funny as well. He's got a sense of humor, and it's cool. Yeah, he's nice, and he doesn't stop working. He's like concert, and
Well, you're not stopping working either. Like
Yeah.
you're on a roll,
Well,
and we're really sure
sort
that
of.
that's gonna grow and grow and grow in the
I hope
years
so. I
to
mean,
come.
I'm really, I'm keen to keep going, keep the ball rolling, and
From
just
making
take
that
whatever.
big leap, that big move to pursue, your dreams of performing, in Hong Kong at 18, and now ready to take on Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean,
that's amazing.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
certainly like a really cool project. It's like the coolest project, and I can't wait to meet everyone. And
So before we head into your last song, I want to maybe ask you about what do you think fans can expect from your show, March 4?
my show, right?
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah, yeah.
Which one?
Sorry.
No. It's her solo
I thought you meant
concert.
Hamilton. I was like, what are you gonna expect from I don't know.
Oh well, Christine has a solo show on March 4. Tell us what fans can expect.
Yeah,
from
I've actually just literally finished the script of it today, which is why I was running a bit late. I was like, oh my gosh, now I have to do my makeup, and I forgot how traffic it can get in Manila. Oh gosh. But yeah, I just finished the script, and it's basically it's called Songs of a Lifetime. And although I haven't actually lived a long lifetime, I think it's because it's about the songs that I've lived with, songs that have kind of guided me throughout my whole way and kind of have inspired me and have driven my life forward to this moment in time. And it's kind of a mixture, really. Like, it starts out with a big number that's kind of a bit jazzy and fun, and then it segues into stuff that's a bit more, well, it's got musical theater, it's got classical music, it's got opera arias, and a little bit of, a little bit of Lin-Manuel stuff as well.
Okay, perfect. And now, I was so excited when I saw this on the set list that I had to confirm. I was like, this is. I had to confirm it. I was like, wait, this the Think of Me? And yes, it is. So, Christine, thank you so much
pressure,
for
right?
joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so thrilled to have you here. When we found out that you were having a show, I told Vern, she's not here tonight. I said, let's try to get Christine on, and it happened, and it worked. Christine, congratulations and good luck. Break a leg in your show, and also in November. And she's leaving us tonight with "Think of Me" from an iconic song from The Phantom of the Opera.
I was named Christine because of this show, so.
Wow. Go.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me once in a while, please promise me you'll try. When you find that once again you long to take your heart back and be free, if you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. We never said our love was evergreen or as unchanging as the sea. But if you can still remember, stop and think of me. Think of us when the trees were green. Don't think about the way things might have been. Think of me waking, silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Think of me, please say you'll think of me, whatever else you choose to do. There will never be a day when I won't think of you. Long ago, it seems so long ago, how young and innocent we were. He may not remember me, but I remember. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. They have their seasons, so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you Thank you.